Alright, we're back with the track guide. This time we're at Bristol. I know I skipped Phoenix, but I would not have been much help there because I was a little off the pace. But anyways, we're back at Bristol. Keys to the race card. Tires. Like you didn't see that one coming. Especially cold tires because it's easier to push them too much to make up for the lack of speed in those cold tires. Takes like 6 laps or so to, really come in. Number 2, there's multiple lanes here, and this kind of goes back to tires, depending which lane you run, wears different sides of the tires differently. High line, I think, wears the rights more, depending on how you get in there. Low line, the left sides for some reason, but there you are. And the last one, you'll see when we get to pit road, because it's the entirety of it. It's annoying, it's super long. You get a penalty, there's 3.5 laps, maybe 4 if you're unlucky. So don't get a penalty. That's pretty much all I can say about this track. So let's get to pit road, then we'll get to the lap. Alright, we're coming to pit road. Gotta start early because it's right off, well, in between 1 and 2. So start braking down to second gear. 35 miles per hour at these yellow cones. We're going to speed it up because it's the entirety of both pit roads, all counted as one. You got to stay under this blue line, which is why I paused it. Still not at the exit of pit road. There's your pit speed exit. Start accelerating. Keep it where under the concrete. And you'll see the blue cone right there. And onto the lap. Alright, so usual fixed setup, fixed weather, and let's talk about the weather, because it wasn't just rain last week. It was an entire rework of the weather system, so now it's a forecasted weather for the fixed series too, which is not exactly the same. So there's differences. So I'm just gonna put lap times. You're looking for like a 14.0 or 14.5 in that range. This was a 14.1. So just throwing it out there. Or I'm going to show you the other 2 laps that I did in 2 different weather scenarios. Anyways, only changes I made were the steering ratio. That's just what I've been running. 2.64. Brake bias, I think I went down to its minimum with the cylinder. That's, all default. I didn't change that. So let's see how this lap was done, then, talk about it. So there you have it for 14. 155, or what it says there, 16 for some reason, but well, you can see the actual time on the thumbnail. So let's back that up and we'll talk about it. Forgot to mention that lap was done on the second lap. And you kind of want to get a nice momentum start from using the top side. So I tried the fence for a fast lap. Just could not make it work. So that's why I ran the bottom. You could experiment. Alright, so I'm going to put this up real quick. 30 lap run. I didn't do that in this weather. I'm pretty sure that was the one where I ran a 3. Maybe. I don't remember. So, adjust your times accordingly, and that was pushing the car 100%. So, maybe not 100%, but close. Alright, so back to this lap. You can see I got the run off the high side. So let me really slow-mo this because I have no clue exactly. Everything's happening so quick. I'm kind of learning with you. So I'm hitting the limiter already, or close to it. We're going to pause right here. So I'm looking at 2 things here. That red on the wall And that white dot way up there. Or a line, whatever that is. Now you see I'm already turning in. Looks a little early, and I was trying to get to the bottom as quick as possible. And some things happen here that I don't normally do. So let me really slow-mo that. Alright, I'm going to start to lift, but I never get out completely. And see how slowly I rolled out? Then I get to the brakes, just enough to slow it down because too much makes the nose smack the track for some reason, but that's how it is. All your weight's unloading to the right front right now, and the car just refuses to turn. So once I get it there, I'm going to start picking the throttle up. Ever so slightly just to get the momentum going, and there we are. Back to full throttle. I was a little late on that, but yeah, and then you power out. I don't really know how I want to go about this, but let's do it 2 times. So you power out, kind of take the same shallow exit that you would like you did on entry. And we're going to basically repeat the exact same motion. The exact same steps we're going to repeat into turn 3. But the thing is, the car turns better now. So now the tire's a little more aired up. You know, higher pressure and more heat. It turns into 3 better. So you kind of got to adjust your throttle lift, which I do the exact same thing, just a little less. So let me slow-mo it again. Turning in about the same point. We're going to start lifting. Slowly get off the throttle, then on to the brake to slow it down so it meets the speed you need. Start picking the throttle right about now. You can pretty much get right back to it, especially if you hit the line right. Power out. Same exact thing. Now do that lap after lap and you'll be golden. Maybe lift a little earlier, use less brake to save some tire. Because they do fall off. If you go out there and run balls to the wall, they're just gonna die. Alright, that's it for this track guide. I know it's a day late, but I had some things going on, so yeah. Anyways, it's a short track, so expect the worst, but hopefully you don't have to deal with the worst. And we'll be on to the next track, which I have no clue what it is, but we'll get to that. Anyways, in recent Chewy side.